Section 8.3, Parametric Equations. Parametric equations are going to be a set of multiple equations which are defined in terms of a parameter. For example, we're used to dealing with x in terms of y, or y in terms of x equations. But in this section, we're going to see equations such as x equals 2t plus 16 and y equals negative t over 6 plus 25, where these together are our parametric equations, and t is our parameter. Well, let's look at an example that will hopefully help this make sense. Example 1 is the boat problem. We have a boat which is sailing due north at a constant speed of 25 miles an hour. Granted, I made up these numbers, so I have no idea how realistic they are. So just hang with me on this. So if we set up to be north, our boat is moving north at 25 miles per hour. There's our little boat. Alright, a wind is blowing from due east and causes the boat to drift west at a speed of 2 miles per hour. Okay, so here's our situation. First, we're going to write an equation that gives the boat's north-south, or y, location in terms of time. We're going to let north be positive. Well, we realize that our boat, if y is the north-south distance, and t is time in hours, say y is north-south distance in miles, then y equals 25 times t. Let's look at this next part. We're going to then write an equation that gives the boat's east-west, or x, location in terms of time. We'll let x be the east-west distance, again in miles. So we know because of the wind, our boat is moving west at 2 miles per hour. So we're going 2 to the left every hour, which gives us x equals negative 2t. We now have parametric equations. We have y in terms of t and x in terms of t. In part C, we want to write the equations from a and b as a single equation with just x and y. We're going to eliminate the parameter t. Alright, we know that y equals 25t and x equals negative 2t. If we rearrange our x equation, we get t equals negative x over 2, which we can substitute in for the t here. So we get y equals 25 times negative x over 2, or y equals negative 25x over 2, or y equals negative 12.5x. What this is telling us is that for every 1 mile we move to the west, we've moved 12.5 miles north. So every 1 mile we move to the west, we move 12.5 miles north. And there is our equation when we've eliminated the parameter. This brings us to a discussion about eliminating the parameter in general.